welcome back to the best thing you watched this week. We've got Chris from Movies and Munchies, myself, Ruben from the Ruby Tuesday. Trust me, that is Chris. He doesn't have hair, but it is him. Also, he may be a little bit sleepy. She's trying this week, but he's struggling. You okay, Chris?
Yeah, I'm okay. We had the time change here in the United States, so we sprung forward, and my body's still not used to it, and so I'm starting on the West Coast a little later than we normally do, which was great. So I slept in. I turned off my alarm, and then my wife was like, "Hey, don't you have a live?"
Aren't you meant to be doing something about now?
Yes. So, hey,
Oh, no.
welcome everybody. I am awake, sort of.
Not really. Have you had coffee yet?
I did make it.
Okay, it's
while
going
I was
in.
rushing around. Yes.
It's going in. Okay, cool. I think it's going to be a very interesting week this week because we've both got different stuff to talk about. And I also think we didn't cover some of the stuff we wanted to cover. So it's going to be a very, very interesting week to talk about. How about you, Chris?
I agree. I went to watch something that I think you may have watched and wanted to talk about tonight. And my screener had expired, even though I had never even touched it. Like they just sent it to me and it there was a glitch.
Oh,
so
that's annoying. Okay.
we sat down, no joke, we sat down to watch it, waited until our youngest got home from work because we figured he might like that also. And didn't get to do it. So it was like, poo. So I do have some stuff, some things that, that I have not talked about at all. So,
All right. As we get into our normal routine of what we do every week, Chris, would you like to cover who won the movie quote quizzes last week?
Yes. Let's see here. Let me write down the time code. Just two winners. At least there may have been one in the live chat, so I apologize. Excuse me as I burp into the thing.
Lovely.
That's what happens when you drink things too fast. So I may have missed somebody, but Chris Retzlaff and Nostromo, very easy, they said. Nostromo felt maybe I'd just given him a softball or something. But hey, so the answers were Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, and Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. So the theme being Guy Ritchie.
Right.
Since we had, we were talking about The Gentleman, and I acknowledged already that one was going to be easy.
Yeah. Okay.
This week, some might be easy, some might not. So,
Okay.
The whole town's underwater. You're grabbing a bucket when you should be grabbing a bathing suit. Go back to Jersey.
What is
son.
that one, Chris?
I'm not telling you.
One day I'll catch you out.
yeah. Especially when I'm tired like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. I'll get you. I'm working on it.
Almost. Okay. Number 2. Go back to Jersey, Sonny. This is the city of angels, and you haven't got any wings. Then, number 3. How do you shoot the devil in the back? What if you miss?
Cool.
So that one is probably going to be easy, but maybe not. Ruben, though, do you have a question?
Yes. I'm going to put a link in the comments right now. But there it is. It's on my Twitter page, so you can see the picture I'm talking about. So I'm talking about film marketing. I want to know from you guys, and maybe Chris, what is the best bit of film marketing you've had in terms of actual merchandise that you get when you go to the cinema, whether it's in a drink display or a popcorn box. I love the one for June, although it's disturbing, like the poop bucket, or Warner Brothers sending out the message, please don't put genitalia inside of that.
Well, then don't make things like a flashlight.
And then the Regal Cinema are doing one that looks like a trap box for Ghostbusters. That's what I've put
Oh,
on.
that's kind of cool.
That's very cool. I like that. I've had a few that are really interesting. So I'd love to know from you guys, what's the like your favorite? What's the best one you've had? Is there any that you keep?
When I was younger, I did.
Okay.
And I also at that point too, I would do the like from work, wherever I worked, I would bring home stuff.
Right.
When I worked at Roundtable as a teenager, right before I left for college, we were doing 32-ounce plastic cups. And so I took probably no less than 30 of them home, so we didn't have to do dishes.
Nice. All right. I like that
Me and
thinking.
my roommate.
Work
Yeah.
smart, not hard. Yeah.
Yeah, then it became disgusting because no dishes were being done, and so there you go. That's 18-year-old mentality for you.
Right. Way back when screeners for press were more localized, they used to do wicked what do you call like press goodie bags.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and like a bunch of merchandise, shirts, caps, that kind of thing. I always used to love that. Like, even if the film's crap, you can at least you're getting some swag or something. I also always worried whenever we got some press goodies, like, is this their way of buttering up? I always knew if the film was going to be bad if it was the night before and there was an open bar.
Wow.
That's when you're like, oh, they want you to be plastered when you go into this. You're like, whoa, this is so great.
I have never been to a screening like that. The closest I ever went was when we saw Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Yeah.
We were at a cinema in San Francisco that had a bar, and so they were making custom drinks.
Oh, cool.
The like 3 or 4 that you could choose from, and so you could get an alcoholic beverage.
Nice.
There,
I
but
presume they went free.
yeah.
Oh, they were.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
For
good.
press.
Okay.
Yeah.
For press
yeah.
it is. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So that was cool. That was fun.
Nice.
But
All right.
not open.
Not open. Should we go to the comments and say hello to everybody?
Absolutely, yes. Yasi, good morning. And yes, we will not be talking about spoilers for anything.
Yeah,
that
we
has
don't do
just
spoilers
come
anyway.
out.
Unless we say we're doing spoilers, yeah.
Exactly. Good morning to that Canadian guy. When are you guys going to watch Godzilla X Kong? I don't even know when the screeners are out. And honestly, I don't know when the movie comes out.
There's a screener in London coming this week. I think the movie comes out on like Friday or something, so it's really soon. Might be this week or the following week. Yeah, it's really soon.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Where have I been?
I don't know if I'll be going to London because it comes out like 2 days later. So it just depends on whether I want to spend that much money and going to London and back for a press screening or watch it 2 days later. I think either way, I'll go to the cinema to watch it because it's, even if it's crap, it's a spectacle. It's Godzilla fighting Kong or other monsters.
With
I
an
love
infinity glove.
Yeah, come on.
It comes out here and probably maybe worldwide the 29th.
Okay, yeah. So not this week.
This
the week
week
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Niket, hello, welcome. Did we? I didn't watch the Oscars. I know Ruben.
Yeah, I'm
did.
going to talk about the Oscars a bit today. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And yes, I saw the most pertinent things on YouTube afterwards, and the Michael Keaton bit was phenomenal. Did you see that?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, St. Patrick's Day weekend. Yes, this is when they turn, was it Chicago River green?
Do they actually turn it green?
They used to. I don't know if they do or not. Yeah. And I don't know
Sure,
if it's
that's
actually
good
called
for
the
the water.
Chicago. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know if it's Chicago River or what, but hey, whatever. Yeah. So if you celebrate responsibly. Slancha, anything, whatever else goes with that. Hey, what's up, Shiny? Good to have you.
What's up?
What's up?
Oh dear.
This is so dumb. Oh gosh, I love it. Loving Constellation, awesome. G'day. Juice, welcome. Sean, yeah, no, I shaved my head for children's cancer research fundraiser with St. Baldrick's. So that went off on Monday. So outstanding. It will grow back because it grows back fast, luckily for me. Ruben did not shave.
No. I saved everybody from that horror. Oh, the horror.
Oh, Sharam, welcome from India.
Great name.
I love it. All right. Well, yeah. Okay.
Don't start with me.
I know, right? We'll just keep going. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's dive in to what we got going on. What do you think?
Yeah. Let's do it.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm just going to talk about the Oscars quickly before.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the Oscars obviously happened. That's probably the biggest entertainment news. And who won the Oscars? I was surprised at the quality of the Oscars. This is the best Oscars I've seen in years. Like in terms of, I mean, it's the best in terms of it was the safest as well. They had Jimmy Kimmel, and he did an opening monologue joke thing that I don't think was very good. I just don't think a lot of those. So that set the tone. I thought, oh dear, this is going to be bad. Just like, but then it did. Then some of those jokes in between were working. The people, the presentation, very interesting display of, for all the acting awards, they had these like big banners of previous different actors or actresses that had won, and then the banners would go up and they would walk through, and each of those actors would say something really cool about the person that was being nominated for that award. And I thought that was fantastic. I was like, that is being honored from your peers. Who cares about the clips? People are moaning about, why? I just want the clips from the movie. You've seen the movies. Being honored from your peers for a job that you're doing, that's the way to do it.
I saw, the only one that I watched when they did that was for Best Supporting Actor. And the only part I cared about was when Sam Rockwell was speaking, because he came out with that big old bushy beard, and he's talking about Robert Downey Jr. And he was talking about how he learned how to play the violin, I think, left-handed. And but then he's like, in true Sam Rockwell form, he's like, seriously, who does that?
Who does that? And he's not wrong. Like, who does that? Everybody won that I thought was going to win. The biggest disappointment for me was Hayazaki's non-appearance and the very, very quick, this is the nomination, this is who won, gone. It was like 10-15 seconds for the best animated film. Like literally nothing. They just went bam and disappeared across, and I thought that's mental. I don't know why. It was like, we don't care about anime this year. The shorts for anime had a bigger thing. It's like, you could have said more about the other nominated animated films. Like,
is it because maybe because they knew, and so they produced it, who was going to win, and he wasn't there?
Yeah, but normally there's like either recorded message they can get. I'm sure he would have liked to have said something. I can't believe he'd be that snooty. Like, nah, I'm not going to say anything. But obviously there were standout moments. Godzilla -1 winning best visual effects is incredible, considering it's a 15 million versus a 260 million. We're talking Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, a number of other huge films that were good. This film knocks it out of the park, and their little speech was like, this just shows anyone can do this. The little guy can win. I was like, that's awesome. And maybe now we'll get more from their team in that world. I would love to see what else they'll do, because literally they just won the Oscars. It was a sleeper as well, because when it came to the cinema, it wasn't at many cinemas, and then everybody was talking about it, and then it jumped up on more cinemas, and then it's still kind of creeping around. There's still no release date in the UK for digital or actual Blu-rays. It's like hard to get hold of. If you want to see it, you had to have watched it at the cinema, or you're going to wait for whenever the hell.
We, because it was supposed to have like what a 1 week run or maybe
Yeah,
a 2 week
yeah,
run, if
yeah.
that.
It was minimal. Yeah,
Yeah, and then like 2 months later, it's still raking in cash, and that just goes to show how integral story is
yeah.
to this.
It's
to
really important. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really important. Yeah. Obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito coming on screen together with their, reprising of the twins, and then also having fun at Michael Keaton as, the Batman, and he's just straight face. I was like, oh, that's why he's the Batman. He's the coolest dude. There were little moments like that spattered throughout the event, and I thought it worked really well. The thing that was crap and absolutely just shiitake mushrooms was the in the UK, the rights for who was screening it. It used to be on Sky, and now it was on ITV, and they have like in between the ads. We don't get the ads that you guys see in the US. They have like an in between show with presenters and stuff talking about the films and the awards, like British people, and a lot of them, like you would if you're in the UK, you'd know them, but it was so bad. It was so cringy. The stuff that they were talking about, just that it didn't feel right. They were like mocking some of the films that just didn't seem. I was like, whoa, man, this is awful. Like I was like, this leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So if anybody's from the UK and you watch the Oscars, I'm pretty sure just have a quick type on Twitter about ITV Oscar thing in between, and you'll laugh your head off, because literally 99.9% of people were like, "What is this? Stop it!"
Goodness, oh, that's so bad.
Anyway, Poor Things won, and Oppenheimer won. That they were the big, the numbers, like what we expected from the Oscars this year. Crazily enough, that was Nolan's first Oscar. I was like, what?
Yeah. Well, and I saw some memes about, Oppenheimer and its sequel both won, with Godzilla -1.
Nice. Okay. And that was also Downey Jr.'s first Oscar. So
Was it really? Because he was nominated for
yeah, he's been nominated.
Chaplin and
yeah, but he's never won one apparently. Wow. So yeah, very cool Oscars all in all. Shall we jump into what we actually thought was the best thing we watched this week?
Yeah.
Chris, why don't you
do
something with your life?
Do something with my life. Okay. So this first on my list is it's a limited series on Peacock in the U.S. Apples Never Fall. Sam Neill, Annette Bening, Jake Lacey, Allison Brie. It follows this family who are fairly wealthy, sports-minded, sports-oriented, specifically around tennis. The parents are former pros who are now like coaches, and their children being raised in that environment, but not
tennis players.
None of them really became tennis players because
Hilarious.
I mean, they play tennis with their parents,
but it's because of the pressurized life.
Yeah. But what the crux of this is that the mom, Annette Bening, goes missing one day.
Oh, what? Where?
And so then it becomes a mystery.
Weird.
And so with that, you've got all the internal drama that happens with the between the characters. The police come in also, obviously, after a while, because it's a missing person. They find things, and so we dive deeper and deeper into this, but more so it's the character study of the family and all of their personalities. I mean, it's still moving towards the resolution of this mystery of where she is, what happened to her, but all along the way we're examining how the familial relationships influence how the kids are, how they interact with each other, how they interact with their parents, just the whole thing. So there's misdirection in it sometimes. I think you pretty much can figure out kinda what's going on. Doesn't take away from the performances that we get. Each episode focuses on a different family member too, which is
Okay,
nice.
that's an
So
interesting way to go about it.
Yeah,
Is it a limited?
limited. Yes,
Nice.
7 episodes and done.
Awesome.
So yeah, a lot.
There was someone in the comments that said they really wanted you to do spoilers. Do you want to do spoilers for this one?
yeah. I think that was Yahtzee who wanted me to spoil
just spoil the ending
everything.
right now.
yeah, no. The thing that bothered me the most, probably the most niggling type of thing, was Sam Neill covering up his accent.
Oh, why did they do that? Does he normally do that?
No. Normally he just...
What did he do in Jurassic Park?
It worked for him. He could have his his accent because he's just a researcher.
Is he playing an American then?
He's playing an American, and so he gets guttural. I mean, he's like gravelly. Like he just took 12 shots of whiskey to just burn his throat. And so he's like talking like this. And it sounds really just...
Because that's why I wanted to watch this series, for Sam Neill.
He's good. I mean,
Okay.
that the performance is not the issue. It is the voice for me. And that may not bother anybody else. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. You know?
Because you are picky. Yeah.
I am. But so anyway, it moves along. It is patient. It can be a little repetitive at points because they go back to like portions of conversations or ideas
Because they're swapping to another character, so they see it from their perspective.
Exactly. There's not a lot. It's not like we watch repeat the same sequence. You know what I mean? But you'll get a little bit of these here and there as we're watching different types of things play out.
What did you give this?
Was it 4.5? One of those two?
Okay, so you really did enjoy it. You thought it was good.
I did. At the beginning, it's so funny because we finished the first episode and I was like, yeah, I'm totally into this. And I'm like, I'm totally into this too, but I hate everybody. I hate all of the characters.
So do characters... Because I hate that. That will make me switch off. Are there characters then that you root for in the end? The fact that you're hesitating doesn't fill me with joy.
It's explained because what we're doing is we're first seeing dysfunction as of a family. We're watching these characters just be terrible to each other, biting and scathing, entitled, the whole thing, just everything that I look at and go, that's gross. Okay. But once then we see background, we get to understand perspectives more. So they still may not do things that are awesome, but we can understand them. That being said, though, the youngest brother, who is played by Connor Merrigan Turner, his name is Logan in the cast. I liked him all the way through.
Okay.
He is he's kind of the downtrodden one. Like he's the one who's discounted second most. Alison Brie is discounted the most, but that's just because she's playing a kooky character. And so everybody just kind of goes, oh, well, you're just kind of a hippie-ish type of thing. We're just going to
She
write
plays
you
those
off.
characters a lot, I find.
Does she?
Yeah.
Well, not in Glow. She was awesome in Glow. I liked her in Glow.
She was amazing in
in
Glow.
Community too.
Yeah.
But so there are likable characters in this. I did not agree with the either casting or direction of the cops that are the detectives that are investigating. They may, I don't know if it. I'm going to go more with the direction rather than the casting because I didn't have any issue with who they were. They just the dialogue and the way that they come across on screen feels amateurish, nonchalant, kind of bumbling at little bits, or the dialogue feels, I don't know, weird. Like you just like not serious, I guess. I don't know. And maybe that's just me.
Right.
So,
Okay.
you know, yeah. So, okay.
Cool.
But I do recommend watching it. If you, Ruben, if you get an opportunity to
Yeah.
check it out, because it's, especially if you just want to hate on some people
Yeah.
and see some really good performances too. Because I mean, you don't, just because you don't like the characters, I mean, that's speaking to how they're portraying.
But I mean, is it going to be as good as Grey's Anatomy? Because, we're 10 seasons in and nothing is as good as that at the moment. So
I'm sorry. And that's the show, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. No, I'm sorry. No. No, it will never top the cinematic excellence of the TV drama Grey's Anatomy.
thanks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Should we go back to the comments and see how people do?
Yeah, let me write down the time code. And go back here. Let me find where I was stopped so it can go. Okay, so oh really? AMC acquired the Snowpiercer series because I saw that it had been canceled.
Yeah, it was cancelled, but yeah, okay. AMC, that was a bit of news. I was going to talk about it, but they spoiled it, so
they spoiled it.
They spoiled my news.
Oh, that's okay. See, it just makes us go shorter, like overall.
That's true.
That's fine.
That's right. That's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Naket wants to know if we've seen the Ryan Reynolds movie Buried.
Yeah, I have.
I don't like that movie because it's uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable. It's very claustrophobic, as you would expect. I thought Reynolds was excellent.
Yeah. I like it when he does the dramatic too.
Yeah, he can do that.
Yeah, he can. Let's see here. Biggest Oscar disappointment: Lily Gladstone and Paul Giamatti. I agree with Lily Gladstone. I was bummed that she
I wanted her to win, but I understand why Emma won. Like, I don't want to take away from what Emma did. There was a lot of people with so much hate for Emma online. I was like, why are you guys doing this? She knocked it out of the park. She was incredible. Every one of those females that were nominated deserved the Oscar. Like,
oh yeah. And Emma, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Not to take away from Emma Stone's performance, because she is phenomenal in this movie. The transition that we watch of her rapidly advancing brain
are so interesting to watch that as a performance. Like, you see the different stages. Yeah.
From her movements.
Yeah.
Obviously her speech, even her facial expression,
but her demeanor as well. Just everything. Yeah, very, very, very good.
Yes,
that was a performance.
It was great. Have you seen the movie Killing Them Softly?
Many years ago. Yeah, it's very old.
I have not seen that one. Is that Brad Pitt?
I thought that was Ralph Fiennes, but I could be wrong. Killing Them Softly.
Brad Pitt and Ray Liotta.
Oh, then I don't think I have seen it.
Yeah, from 2012.
No.
This has been on a list to watch, and it is on Max in the U.S., so I can watch it. That's outstanding. I'm assuming, because you're asking, that it is good, hopefully worth seeing. Ruben, have you watched Dogman from 2023?
I never even heard of it until this comment, and it's crazy because it's a Luc Besson film, as far as I'm aware. A Luc Besson film I haven't seen? That's mental.
Caleb Landry Jones.
It's a great
cast. It is a Luc Besson movie. I've never.
I don't know what happened, but it definitely wasn't in my world, like a radar of films around that people are talking about, mentioning.
In the U.S., or at least according to IMDb, it's not coming out until April 5th here.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. It might be 23, but it hasn't come out widely yet.
Yeah, it may have come out in France and stuff like that. Yeah, and it did hit some film festivals as well.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, it just hasn't come locally.
Yeah. Tanvir, welcome from Bangladesh. That's outstanding. Very cool. Oh, well, thank you for for your trust in us to about checking out. Hopefully we We don't lead you astray too often.
Yeah, I apologize if Chris makes any mistakes. I'm always right. But
Always.
Always.
Always right. Dog Soldiers is the greatest movie.
Dog Soldiers is
ever.
Great.
The practical effects are spectacular.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's so cheesy as well.
I'm just gonna keep doing that to you. Have we seen a miniseries called Roadies?
Yes, I have. Is that the James Cameron one?
I don't know. I've never even heard of this. A series, especially.
Yes, it's excellent. So sad it only got one.
Cameron Crowe. Cameron
Crowe. No. Yeah.
Wow, though, it's got a lot of people.
Yeah, Luke Wilson and Carlo Gugliano, their chemistry is brilliant on screen. It's
really
amazing. Yeah, and Imogen Poots is so. Oh my gosh! Yeah, it reminds me. It's so good. I was gutted when it was cancelled because it deserved much more.
I'm just blown away by the amount of people in this. That is,
and it's like the music. It's the experience of Roadies as well. So it's really good.
Well, and Cameron Crowe, I mean, part of his shtick is doing soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like choosing. It's almost like he's like, I like these songs. How can I build a movie around these songs?
So I'm going to create this series around it. Yeah, it's a series. It's 10 episodes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was on Showtime, so I'm assuming that I can watch it on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I would assume. Yes, it's very good.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to. I'm making myself a note here because that just.
You would love it. I think that's definitely up your street.
Look nice. Okay. Let's see here. We'll go one more, and then Dogman Woody Allen's Coup de Chance, starring during the Christmas holidays in Paris. I've never even heard. I'm not a big Woody Allen fan, personally.
No,
okay.
Me either.
Okay. Ruben?
Yes.
What'd you watch?
Nothing.
Okay. Moving on.
No, I have a couple. Animation is my game. Invincible. Season 2, Part 2 finally dropped. Well, the first episode dropped on Amazon. I've seen the last 4 episodes. And this pacing is different. These 4 episodes are all about building character and building story. So there is action and it is brutal, like you'd expect to see in the Invincible series. But it's much more kind of... I feel like this is the padding for the next season, if that makes sense. Now, that doesn't detract away from... like the story, what you enjoy about it, but it feels like they're building because they're ready on season 3 and 4. Like they're trying to close that gap.
Oh wow,
for
good.
The time they don't want to do that anymore. I would probably have rated this season or the second half higher than the first half if it wasn't for the gap again, and I probably would have rated the second season as well as the first season if it wasn't for that massive time gap. So I'm judging it because of how their marketing departments and how they distributed the story, because we were such a hype at the end of season 1 from what happened, where we were left Mark and his dad. Nolan had beaten the crap out of him and then left the planet, and then on season 2 he's still trying to, his son Mark is still trying to come to terms with what his dad is. His mom is a recovering alcoholic now, I guess, because she's trying to figure out what her life meant. How did she not see who he was? And then this time round we get to see a bit more about the Viltrumites a little bit. We get to see the plan of how they're going to try and come up with some semblance of a way to defeat a single Viltrumite, because at this stage the single Viltrumite can take out Earth. They're that powerful, and Mark is only half of a Viltrumite. He's half human, half Viltrumite. So he's got to learn how to control his powers. Now, for me, strangely enough, again, Seth Rogen's character is my favorite character. Oh, and I can't remember his name. God damn it. Do you remember Seth's character's name?
I've seen one episode of this show.
What? Ever?
Ever.
I don't know what to say about our friendship, basically.
It's not because when I watched it after it had come out. So season 1, I think, had already been out. And I watched episode 1, and I was not in the right frame of mind to watch it. So it was fine. I loved the violence. I loved the voice acting. But I just didn't care.
Stephen Yen is Mark Grayson, and he continues to be excellent. J.K. Simmons is Nolan. Sandra Oh is Debbie Grayson, the mother, and Sandra Oh is from Grey's Anatomy, just so you know.
Are we just doing Grey's Anatomy stuff now? Anytime we can reference that? Okay.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Zazie Beetz. I mean...
Oh, she's in it. Oh, that's cool.
Jason Mantzoukas. I love him.
Oh,
he's so good.
Does he play a funny character in this? Like sarcastic?
Yeah. Okay. He plays Rexplode, and he's the most... I should talk about Rexplode, actually. Season 1, he's the most sexist, misogynist character. He's the fire guy that just hits on every single girl and is always inappropriate. In Season 2, Part 2, Rexplode has an amazing arc that grows his character, which is why I was saying how much this is all based on character growth in this season. They really take time to make us like our characters, which is why it's scaring me. Because whenever they do that... they kill off our characters. This series is not afraid to kill off main characters. Like they just do it, and it hurts. It's like the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. So we have Zachary Quinto as Robot, loving his character. There are so many great voice actors, but there's a recurring theme in this about the growth. And Mark is I guess he's always going to be, but he's the guy that kind of, we follow him, and so the story kind of revolves around him. But with other people, we go around like little bits of storylines where it follows that bit. But we'll come back to Mark is still trying to be a student. He's still trying to have a relationship with his girlfriend. He's still trying to come to terms with what his dad did to his mom and what his dad did to him, and what it means to be a hero. All of those are factors in like who he is as a character as we see them explore that on screen. And then we see how that ultimately can't work. Like something's got to give. That is the main heart of the story. And it works for the drama. And then we care so much more when we get the brutal violence. So I really enjoyed it, but it's a different pacing.
Okay. I love character growth. I love watching that in whatever content we're watching. So that's cool that we get a lot of that. And seeing how violent just episode 1 was, I can see your concern about season 3. Lots of...
I mean, you remember Red Wedding, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was shocking in the best way.
It's just like, no... Because we cared about those characters.
Well, that's the best part. We need to care.
There's a bunch of people dying for the sake of dying. You're like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, if I'm not invested in these, then the deaths, they could be entertaining, but there's not an emotional pull to it at that point, and that's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho.
I watched a movie yesterday that just came out on demand. Yay for me!
You watched a movie. Imagine that on this show. Sorry, I'm in a really cheeky mood today. I'm going to be like,
I love it. I love it. I love it. No, it just came to on demand. It had a very limited run in cinema. At least in the U.S. I don't know, maybe it had a wider run someplace else, maybe in the U.K., or maybe it didn't even come out in the U.K. I don't know. It's called Stopmotion.
Oh, I was so confused when I saw that in the description, because I was like, are you going to tell us the name of the stop-motion movie?
Yes, Stopmotion.
Stopmotion. What's mine say? It's exactly
Dude. What's mine say?
Sweet. Oh, dear.
And then...
no,
sorry.
We could go on forever.
That's us back and forth in our chats during the week, too. So just insight into Ruben and I.
Into our silly minds.
Best part of that movie, because the rest of it's unwatchable.
Oh, the movie. So I tried watching it again. It's terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. Anyway, Stop Motion. It stars Aisling Franciosi. Now she was in The Nightingale, which was just a
The
devastating
Nightingale
movie.
was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the girl, I guess the only girl on the boat in the last voyage of the Demeter.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So she's in this. I'm trying to go back in my browser so I can go back to
I
stop
really want to
motion
see
there.
this. This is not at all what I expected it to be.
Dude,
I'm looking
this-
at the stills now. It's like, oh, it's not stop motion. I mean, it is, but it's
It is.
yeah.
This is a weird mix. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's live action. It is a horror, and it's basically following this young woman who is a stop motion animator, but really has never been able to branch out on her own because her award-winning mother, who is also a stop motion animator, has been so overbearing.
Okay.
And we get visuals of that, and we get the dialogue and the sequences between them. Well, once something happens to the mom, and because she's already ailing, so it's not that big of a, it's not really a spoiler there.
Right.
She's not able to direct how she had. So Aisling is we're watching this. I don't know if it's a mental breakdown or if it's a confrontation with just internal dialogues, but she begins to make her own stop motion film with the help of a little girl. I don't want to say much about this. I'm choosing my words. I'm trying to
Where can I
choose
watch
words
this, Chris?
carefully. Where can you watch it? It's like on Prime to rent. It's on demand.
Okay. Oh, it's on demand.
So-
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Probably other on-demand places also.
Yeah.
I typically have credits at Amazon just from shipping and stuff like that, so it's easier to watch there.
Right.
This turns into a gory and quite disgustingly grotesque, gruesome visual experience. The stop motion that she creates in the characters are wonderful and nightmare fuel. They are just nasty. Eventually, this is going to come to Shudder, I'm sure, because
Okay.
it's made by I think Bloody Disgusting and Shudder also.
Right.
The movie is weird. Okay, it's just downright strange. It's one of these that if you happen to be watching while under the influence maybe of some herbal refreshments or something like that, that could really weird you out even more.
Right.
It's not a happy movie by any means.
Okay.
There is I liked the resolution at the end, but I didn't feel comfortable, I guess, because of everything that we watch. And there is a point where things are disturbing and just unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a snapping point in the storyline, and you're like, what the actual F?
Okay.
This is not going to be for everybody, okay?
Right.
Not
I'm already seeing some very polarizing reviews.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can say, which was funny because I want to say on Rotten Tomatoes, it was. Let's see here. Let me pull it up. The critic to the audience. Okay, critics certified fresh, 88%. Only 52 ratings, so that tells you where that sits. Not a lot of people have seen it.
Yeah.
And then 53% from the audience. So the audience not digging it.
Yeah.
The critics,
interesting.
though, I think from the technical aspect, too, I mean, the
Yeah.
visuals are just phenomenal. But good Lord, this is a jacked up movie.
Okay. As far as I can see, it's nowhere in the UK at the moment.
No, not even for like on demand.
No.
Oh, suck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Then hopefully it will hit Shutter soon.
Yeah, but I mean VPNs exist, so.
What? Sure. We weren't trying to outwardly promote.
Hey,
Arr.
that's great. That's great. It's not illegal, so you're still paying for it. Put your VPN on, and rent it. Pay
Oh,
for
that
it.
type
Yeah.
of yes, like how I watch Dairy Girls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yes, I yeah, UK VPN.
just change your location. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah, no, there. Then you can rent it and watch it from there. Yeah. So anyway, that's yeah, not super stop motion. Okay.
Cool.
Gonna
Should we go back to the comments?
Yes. Let me write down.
I'm going to change my battery.
Okay.
So you have to keep talking.
Oh,
while
wait a
you're
minute.
doing-
Wait, don't do that. Let me, because I have to do the, the whole time
All right,
code
s-
thing.
all right, I'll
and
go
then I
back to
can-
what's
okay,
Okay, fine.
there we go. Now you're good. Okay, so we're gonna go to the comments while Ruben does that. Chris Retzlaff letting us know, thank you. I appreciate this insight, Chris, that they turned the Chicago River green last week, which also is good to know because I wasn't sure if it was actually called the Chicago River. But that's outstanding. That's gross. What color were you? I was supposed to dye my hair green, but you know what? I did not reach my goal until the last minute. I did surpass it, so thank you to everybody that did contribute to the fundraiser. It was a blast, but yeah, this I was gonna do more like, oh, Ruben, you were really like low.
Okay. Let me sort that out.
But yeah, it's. I would like to do like fluorescent greenish so that I look like a tennis ball when the hair grows back because it's just really thin, and velvety, and so. Yes. Next year, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to shave. This was my 6th year doing it, so it's not like I'm just going to be done with that.
Yes, but you were going to dye your hair green. You did say
Yeah, but
it,
I didn't. But I didn't hit my goal until the last minute. So
What
literally,
does that mean?
right before I went to the event, that's when I.
So I think you
hit the
should,
goal.
for the next month, just dye your beard green.
I have to go to work. Okay, I work with professionals.
Just
who
two
are
rainbow-colored beard and say you're
way smarter than me, and no. Oh, you saw this, Ruben. You watched this. G Loco is the Pepsi.
Yeah.
Where is my jet doc worth watching?
Yes, it's very entertaining. It's mental and aggravating, but very good. Yeah.
Tanvir wants to know, was disappointed by the Ozark ending. What's our
Yeah, I
opinion,
agree.
Ruben?
I agree in that. Yeah. I love the whole series. I wanted some justice for one character that was my favorite character. And I just felt like she didn't get it. So it kind of just ended, and yeah.
Especially because the character I wanted something to happen to didn't get that comeuppance.
I know. Come on.
And the character that I loved, yeah. So it was. I mean, I loved the series too. Yeah, I just
the
it
series
did
is
not.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it did not end how I wanted it to.
No.
Niket wants to know: have you seen the Hannibal series? I have not.
I've seen 2 of the 4 seasons. Not because
Okay.
it's not good, just because I think we started watching something else and then forgot that we were watching it. Sometimes we have so many. But yeah, incredible. It's very, very good. Yeah, creepy as heck.
Is that Mads?
Yeah, Mads
Okay.
Mikkelsen. Like, you're not going to get a bad performance from him.
Yeah. No. So, Chris, let's have to nod to stump people at the Oscars.
Yeah, that was just an insult, to be honest.
At least it was getting a little bit of attention. Now the Academy needs to act on it.
Ugh.
It's disappointing that way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Blunt and Ryan. Yeah, Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling were so good together. They were like bantering, bickering, like for their upcoming movie.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I saw the marketing, but I thought that worked for them. So it was great.
This is my question because I'm old enough to remember the series Fall Guy. Colt Seavers as a stunt guy who then is also a bounty hunter on the side, and his nephew, I think, or cousin Huey, and then Heather Thomas playing their friend.
Oh, was that the black and white silent films? You said you were old enough, so I was just like,
no, this was in the '80s, and it was just a regular, it was a cop show type thing,
right.
One of those, crime investigating mystery type things, weekly, new story each time, showed some, some car chases, some funky stuff.
Yeah, that just didn't come around to South Africa at least, and then obviously
really
wasn't here in the UK.
Well, and it had a so it was Lee Majors. That's it. I couldn't remember his name as Colt Seavers, but he
Wait, why are we talking about this?
Because it's called The Fall Guy. So,
right.
Sorry, I was getting to that.
Okay.
And so when I saw that Ryan Reynolds was Ryan Gosling, wrong Ryan, Ryan Gosling was in this movie called The Fall Guy.
Yeah.
I instantly thought the show. And I think there is like some similarities, but I want a theme song, or I want to see Ryan Gosling drive this big old truck, and
this is exactly what people feel like when they've read the book and then they go and watch the movie. It's that sort of, you're doing that thing that I normally do.
Yeah, it's because this is an iconic type of show.
Is it though? Nobody's heard
the
about it, Chris.
80s.
Like, it's not exactly Knight Rider or A-Team or Airwolf.
It was out at the same time, and it was right in that
I've never heard of it.
You're just uncultured. That's
Sure.
all that is.
Okay. Sure. I live in the UK. You live in the United States. I'm just saying.
Wow, I didn't be schooled like that. I mean, come on. That was wow.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say to that one.
Okay, moving on. The cat wants to know if we've seen Mystic River.
Yes, I have.
I love this movie
Depressing.
and I hate this movie.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
at the same
it's
time.
so good and dark. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Yes.
Oof. Okay. Ruben?
Yeah.
Going back?
Oh, is it me now?
It's you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so the Crow trailer reboot with Skarsgård just came out, and I just watched the trailer for the new film, and I thought, no, I'm not doing that. I watched the trailer and I thought, that just reminds me of he I don't know why they've done this with the makeup and the tattoos, but he looks like the Joker from Suicide Squad, like 100%. Yeah, exactly that. And that has so many bad connotations for me. I really hate that depiction of the Joker. I can't handle it. So that literally 2 minutes later, I put on my projector, I put on my 4K copy of The Crow, and I was watching it. And I watched it and I thought, damn, this movie has aged well. It's incredible. It has so much atmosphere. And, I can talk about the film and do a review for ages. But I thought I would just let you guys know, like, some facts behind the scenes. Like,
oh, nice.
Obviously, it's seeped in sadness because Brandon Lee died from a bullet that wasn't meant to be a real. One of them, from a series of mishaps, ended up with this real bullet in one of the cartridges. And it wasn't until he was bleeding out on the table that everybody think, oh wait, there's actually something wrong. They took him to hospital, and then obviously he died. Now, Brandon Lee was just starting to become a movie star. He hadn't done many. In fact, most of his films weren't that well received from the critics. It wasn't until this one they had to finish the film with the digital recreation, like using a body double and then putting his face over that. But that is the only CG this film has. The rest is all practical effects and camera magic. So even like Detroit Downtown Gothic is inverted backdrop screens that they've like flushed. So when you see like the beginning, all that gothic that like looks like a Gotham City, basically, that like a Tim Burton's nightmare sort of thing, that is all real, but with screens, movie magic. The score, you cannot, like, when people say the score is a character of a film, what they mean is if you took the score away, would the film be the same? And it wouldn't. It absolutely wouldn't. You, obviously, talking about that one song, The Cure, but it's the score and the soundtrack is scattered throughout as a character of that. But Brandon Lee's, I guess it's his presence, but it's like what he became. It's like when what's his face did the Joker in
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. There's some roles that actors do that just personify them as that character. And I felt like that for this. It was so much so that Brandon Lee on set demanded to leave his makeup on. He did his own makeup, because first they tried to do it and it just looked clownish and didn't look right. So he did his own makeup, and then they left it on. He slept on it, and so the next day on filming, it was weathered and distorted. So that is why it looks as like worn in as. So every time you see him on screen that day of filming is because it was as if he had done it himself, and then slept on it. So you get little like nice nuances to the character, but I guess tangible reality to a fantastical story. The only thing for me that doesn't work anymore, and that's just because we've moved on with time in technology, is the sound effects between the punching and the gunfire. Sounds Hollywood and fake. It reminds me of some of those old kung fu movies, that kind of thing. It just doesn't have the realistic impact that I would want now. But everything else works. From what I saw from the trailer of the new film, it just looks like a Hollywood action story. And the action looks fairly good, to be honest, but it just doesn't look like The Crow. It needs that spirit, like the gothic noir. It's not really a superhero film, but it is a vengeance story that you are definitely willing to go along. There's actually 2 cuts to this film.
Really?
One that's 102, 103 minutes, and one that's 122 minutes, where they've cut out a bunch of the violence of like because that beginning scene is much darker depending on what cut you are watching, and it's brutal, but I think it's integral to the film. Without that scene, you don't have the justification of the vengeance story as to, it can't rain all the time. It was such a fantastic ride to watch it again, and yeah, I don't know why we keep trying to recapture magic, paint it as the same label. Do something new, guys, man. Seriously.
Well, and I don't understand taking excellent movies and redoing those.
Yeah, if something's magic and it's really, really good, what makes you think you're going to be able to do something and make it as good again? Like, you need to take something and make it better. Like, if it's a crap film, and you're like, well, there's a good skeleton there of something. Let's try and see what we can do with it. Fair enough. Are you telling me you thought The Crow was crap? Because in no world is that movie crap.
No, my youngest and his girlfriend just watched it like 2 weeks ago, something like that. And
was it the first time watch?
For him, yes. It was one of her favorite movies, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" it's so good. Michael Wincott in this as one of the baddies is just he's so good at being a baddie.
He's great. He doesn't say much. He doesn't have many lines, but presence for days. Well, the Candyman, or the actor who plays the Candyman, is there. There's the second, and he's great. You got the drug dealers that are always like doing the fire it up, just absolutely off their head, and that works as well. And then of course the young girl with her skateboard in the rain, that's a beautiful character. It's such a good film.
It really is. Goodness. I want to watch it now.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's one of those films when people talk about it, you're like, I gotta watch that again. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't have anything else that I want to talk about. I watched other things this week, but
okay,
nothing that bubbled up enough to really discussed. Do you have anything else that you want to hit on?
No. Do you want to go back to your comments and then we'll talk about Attack on Titan?
Yes.
Cool.
Let's do that. Let me go back up to where we were. Let's see. Movie. Have we seen the movie 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
I did as well. That I actually didn't know. Like, I knew what the title was called, but I kept saying, is this actually connected? And then in a big way it is. I love that. I actually like the trilogy. I know a lot of people didn't like the Paradox one either, but I really enjoyed it.
I had fun. Yeah, I had fun with it. The John
Goodman.
Thank you. It just his name completely left me. Is freaky.
I've never seen him like that before. Never. It was so good.
Yeah. Oof. LJ says, I will wait to watch The Crow, but it looks like they ruined it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And that's sad for me to say because I love all Skarsgårds. Like, generally, if they're in something, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Badger, he agrees that, or they agree, I don't know, guy or girl. Crow holds up today, still favorite movie, next to Lost Boys and With Nail and I.
Oh, With Nail and I. Oh my goodness, good call. What a film.
I don't know what that is.
Dude, lordy lord. I can't watch that film too often, but it's stunning.
In 1969, two substance-abusing unemployed actors retreat to the countryside for a holiday that proves disastrous. So you got Richard Grant, Paul McGann. Oh my gosh, Paul McGann, really? I love him.
His film's brutally beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
We found some good ones for you to put in your list this week, Chris.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this movie.
Seriously?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Is it? What even genre is it?
British drama?
Comedy drama.
Yeah.
What?
I wouldn't say it's it's comedy in the way that British dialogue can be comedy, but it's definitely drama. It's dark.
Which is my type of thing.
Yeah, you love that. Yeah. It's definitely.
Yeah, so when I say comedy, I mean that's like
like you're talking like dark black comedy is the closest thing we have to equate it to.
Yeah. Tanvir, The Gentleman. It was good, a good show. Could be more interesting, and I think a story for this TV series was after 5 episodes. Like maybe it went on too long.
Maybe I enjoyed it.
I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to if they make a second season. Be interested to see what they do as kingpins.
As long as Jimmy comes back.
Yeah, gotta do that.
Yeah. What Population 11? Have you seen? I don't even know what this is. I love this when we find out.
I thought we knew everything, Chris.
I know it's okay. So it's British because it's or Australian. Maybe it's Stan.
Yeah, that's not British.
I think that's
from the director of Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. No, Hacks. Not Parks and Rec. Hacks and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
When a man goes missing from a tiny outback town, his estranged son is forced to navigate its motley crew of residents to find him.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I would definitely check that out.
Thanks for recommending.
Yes. Badger, sometimes it's more like surfing than skating.
It's the Crow quote, yeah.
Nice. Did you guys... I've only seen Tenet once. Ruben, how many times have you seen Tenet?
I was going to say once too many, but no, my wife and I tried watching it again. We put the subtitles on, we turned the sound down, and we still didn't watch the whole way through because we actually got bored the second time around. We just switched off, so it's not that we didn't understand it, we were just bored with it.
I understood part of it. Like the ending, I got, but I still need to watch it again because I didn't hear most of the dialogue.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, Populate. No, wait. Is it? No, what was it? With Nail and I.
Yeah.
Very dark comedy. Okay, sweet. Memento. Yes, loved it.
If you own the DVD, you can watch it the right way around, which is even more confusing.
Yeah, that will make it easy. Oh my gosh. Yeah. My gosh. Hey, Fro.
Hey, what's
comedy.
Up, Fro?
Yeah, that's what I love.
You will laugh.
Yeah. Fro likes it too. So nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Glad you got on. Okay. Let's talk about.
I just did the best fart. It's amazing.
Did we need to know that?
Yes.
I can't smell it, so I'm good to go.
My wife has closed all the doors. This is a problem.
Well, good. You need to sit in your filth.
I don't like that word. It's so
filth?
nasty. Yeah, filth. You filthy, you filthy rat. Yeah.
Okay, no. Let's really go to Attack on Titan season 1. I didn't watch the whole season. There's a lot of them. This was my first time watch. Totally digging it. Okay, now it's got to be said also, I watched it in dub.
So did we, actually, because
Did you?
My wife, I said, look, please start watching this with me. And she did, and now she's hooked. In fact, I left the room to go and do something else, and she continued watching. Yeah, so that, and she doesn't watch anime. So that tells you how good Attack on Titan is. But you got to episode 6 or 7?
7.
So
yes.
did you see the big reveal, the first big?
Yes, and I know who it is.
Oh, okay.
I did, because I confirmed with my son, who's watched the entire series, because it wasn't so much that I wasn't worried about spoilers,
right?
Because I was pretty sure where things were going.
Okay.
Or at least when a certain Titan comes in, and they look completely different and they act completely different, I was like, I
bet
think
it's
that's
this.
yes.
Yeah.
And so I confirmed with my son, and he was like, yeah, that's totally it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't care about spoilers, and he's like, what? And I'm like, no, it's not because I'm not invested in the show. I am. It's just, it's not one of these things where I'm like, I'm trying to figure out the mystery or something like that. It's not going to remove the investment that I have. It's just, so the animation is wonderful. I don't understand why Aaron is allowed to progress when every commentary about him from all of the people, the drill sergeants or whatever, he sucks. Yeah. I mean, they love his passion and his heart, but he sucks. He's inept, and it's like, well, I don't understand.
I think part of it is that there's actually not that much left of the human race. So anybody trying and training, willing to put their life on the line with that much passion, and later on he becomes integral, obviously.
Sure.
So
yes.
Yeah. But yeah, before that, I totally get it. But they've all got to come from somewhere. That amount of fear of what you like, so many of those soldiers hadn't come face to face with a Titan. And they're one of the few that have and survived it and are willing to still fight, which I think could be part of it. What do you think about the action and the gear that they use to fly about?
I don't fully understand how the I mean, it's like web slinging, kind of, which I get that part of it. It was one of those things where, I mean, the jetpack and the fuel, that makes sense to me, to help propel them forward.
Yeah.
It's one of these things, though, that I'm just willing to accept.
Yeah.
Like, that I don't get hung up on.
Yeah, no, I wasn't asking you scientifically. I was just like, do you like how they use it?
I think it's cool, and I love especially how they will use it to swing around so that they can attack the Titans.
Attack the nape of the neck there.
Yes. I just thought that was spectacular.
Aaron's sort of sister is
Mikasa.
So good. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like
she is
badass.
I mean, she's God tier. That's the thing, which is so funny too, because you look at Aaron, who this has been his whole desire to become, and he's crap.
Yeah.
She's only there to protect him as
Yeah.
a promise to his family.
Yeah.
And she is just like top of the class, best ever, cannot do any wrong. And oh my gosh. And there's that point in, I think it's episode 5, maybe 6,
Yeah.
where she has a gut check moment, maybe.
Yeah.
And the conflict that we hear in her own dialogue, as she's discussing with herself.
Great. Yeah.
It's so good. I love the story. I love the giant disappearing Titan. I guess we're going to call him. I don't know what.
The Colossus. Yeah.
Yeah. It made me laugh though, because they've got all these walls. You know what I mean? And when that dude comes, what do the walls do? They don't do anything. I mean, yeah, sure, they keep the other ones out kind of, because I guess the other ones are just kind of stupid and they're just kind of bumbling along and they don't have any forethought to break through something other than to just but
I think he was an anomaly. Like, there's only one of him, and then there's they call there's a genre of these that are different from the normal bumbling ones. And so you've seen one of them that is like super strong, that can run fast and bash through the walls basically.
Yeah.
And
he's
terrible.
Cool.
Yeah, he's very cool.
It's like
you've seen the unique type one that's going to come into play more.
Yes, love that.
The
one.
design of that is cool.
Oh yeah.
You're going to see more, and all of that comes into play much more in the storyline, and then it's going to blow your mind even more with like, as to the reasoning why they're here, what it's about, where do they come from, that sort of stuff. And this is what I talk about. It does this thing where it gives you action, and then it does like 6-7 episodes of just building story, building character, and then it gives you another kill your darling sort of thing.
Well, my son was like, there's parts like later in the season or even in the next season that reference things that happened in the very first episode of Conversations, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like, oh geez, that's deep. It's
good.
So yeah, he loved it too. I mean, he was gutted, I guess, by the end. And have you watched it all the way through?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is a treat for me. It's been a long time. I think I've seen up to season 2.5, so I'm watching it all with Kirsten because we're really enjoying it. So
yeah, it's a brilliant series. You know me and my anime, it's hit and miss. I would like you to know that I am going to watch a 6-episode, I think it's 6-episode series that my kids have told me to watch, but they're like, you cannot look away at all. You must always look. I'm not going to tell you until I watch it, and then it'll be a surprise.
Okay, well, I want to watch it too.
You may have already seen it.
I might not have. 6 episodes is unique.
Yes. So anyway,
okay.
That's
cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Should we go to some entertainment news? Or no, the worst thing we watched. We can't forget the worst thing we watched, or the thing that didn't make the list.
Okay. All right.
It may be the same for both of us.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's yours?
What's yours?
Well, I had 2. I had one. It could be one of 2 things, but one.
Yeah, one
like,
stood out
the rest of
for
them.
me. Yeah. Obviously, it's called the Last Wish. No.
Irish Wish.
Irish Wish.
You didn't do a review on this.
No. I refused to waste my time.
Not even to warn people, huh?
No. I gotta film it, edit it, put it out, dialogue, thumbnails. No. I mean, I hate this. I hated every second of it. I kept thinking it was going to get better. I thought, oh, Lindsay Lohan, it can't be that bad. It was. I also think this is not just to be horrible to her, but she has had a bit of surgery done on her face, like plastic surgery.
I was bummed by that.
And because of that, the emotion that she needs to show on her face, it's so tight you can't see anything going on in her face. And so any sort of acting that she was trying to do with the emotion of that part of her body, you're just like, what are you trying to say right now? Because right now it just feels very wooden and still. And unfortunately, that's how it came across.
And to be fair, the story itself sucked. It did not. Okay, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm a sucker for rom-coms.
Yeah, you love
just
them.
romantic.
Even the bad ones.
My bar is so low
Yeah.
that, I mean, I will just give it a passing grade if it's enjoyable. Just because I don't expect much from these, you know? I mean, I love it when something will blow me out of the water. You know, Crazy Rich Asians was phenomenal. Just caught me completely off guard. There's so many of these. Love Hard. Things like that. We know what the romance is supposed to be. We know that Lindsay Lohan's character is supposed to really be with this photographer guy that she meets by chance versus the guy that she's been pining after.
Yes.
We know that's what the setup is for. We know that's where it's supposed to go, where it will most likely end up. The problem is, though, that we don't get enough time with those characters
Barely any.
to set up something that feels genuine.
Had the story shifted gears and gone to one of her best friends, and it was about them, because honestly, their chemistry together was better than Lindsay's and the English guy. And they spent, the one that actually ends up liking the guy, and in the other bit of the film when things have changed, she still liked the guy, and they have that chemistry. That was much more interesting than the actual main arc of the story.
Yeah, to focus on their unrequited love.
Yeah.
You know,
if they had done that, flipped it, I was like, I didn't see that coming. This film doesn't do anything new. It doesn't even try to. It doesn't even try to reach the bar. It just feels like a really bad Hallmark. In fact, giving Hallmark a bad name, because Hallmark movies at least know what they are. They hit those beats. They're cheesy. They're romantic. This one doesn't have... The romance isn't romantic. Like,
everything is rushed, too. Why is that? Why did they rush through so many things and then put in things that don't matter? You know, the whole Jane Seymour thing, you can cut that entire part out.
I think it was just because they're excited to have Jane Seymour in it. And I was like, oh, Jane Seymour. I wonder what they're going to do with her. Oh, they're going to do nothing. Great.
Yeah, she's the MacGuffin for things being stalled.
Yeah.
That's what,
like,
or causing...
That's how you're using Jane Seymour?
Yeah,
are you kidding?
Fake drama and fake distress because she can't
One of the most romantic TV characters of all time. Jane Seymour. Are you kidding me?
I just it was a big disappointment because I didn't go in with big expectations. Okay, I went in with just like, this will be fine. You know, it'll be cute. I'll root for them. I'll want them to succeed, and then we're good to go. And that is not what happened.
Yeah. It sucks so bad. Do you remember the character Data from Star Trek?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember that there's a point where he gets emotions and taste buds, and he's like, "What is? I hate this. Yeah, I think I hate this." That's how I feel.
Except you didn't think you did. You knew. You were absolutely
I hate
certain.
this. Yeah. Every minute I was getting grumpier. It's like,
it took so long, too.
It wasn't even a long movie, and it was so long.
That pacing just was brutal.
Good Lord.
Okay, so I did have people in my comments, though, that really enjoyed the movie, and I'm happy. I am glad that they did. One person said they cried.
They paid. They were paid.
they said they cried, and not from how terrible it was, but because of how moving it was for them. And you know what? That's great. No, I'm not judging them. I appreciate that. You know what? That they connected with that movie.
No, I'm judging, man.
Okay.
I will give them loads of other romance where they can cry at that are actually good.
Well, there's so many other romantic movies.
Come on. Yeah. Love Hard. Yeah. There. What's that?
Yeah. Definitely Maybe.
Yeah.
Brilliant. The Proposal. I'm just
Notting
naming Ryan
Hill.
Reynolds movies. Yeah. Notting Hill is wonderful.
Yeah.
These carrots have been murdered. All right. You want to do entertainment news?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. We have a lot of comments, I think.
Good. Well, we will come back to those in just a minute.
All right.
Your phone is buzzing the microphone.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Nobody else can hear it though, Chris. It's just you.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, my first bit of news was Snowpiercer is returning for season 4, but someone spoiled that already, so we'll move on. Oh yes, this is really exciting actually. Black Mirror returns in 2025, but they're doing the sequel to my favorite episode of that series, the Star Trek episode.
I'm so excited.
They're doing a literal sequel with the same actors and everything. Well, for the ones that are alive, but that Star Trek episode where it just turns brutal was so dark. I loved it. I was like, that's a spin on Star Trek. So yeah, they're coming back with what worked, which I'm really happy for.
That's awesome. For me, this is not awesome news. You and I had chatted about it briefly this week. All the drama with Scream 7 and how Melissa Cabrera was removed because she was voicing anti-genocide messages. And then whether or not it was in solidarity with her or for scheduling reasons, Jenna Ortega also dropped out of the series. So we no longer have the two main protagonist leads of the last two films going into this one.
No.
And then Christopher Landon, who was going to direct it, he also dropped out.
Yep.
So now we get news that Neve Campbell is returning.
Which is weird because she definitely wasn't returning.
No. And especially because after the last one, they were insulting with the...
Yeah, they were very insulting with her. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Kevin Williamson, who wrote the original one, is now going to direct.
Which is not a bad thing.
No, but honestly, the production has a bad taste in my mouth because of how they treated their former cast.
Yeah, I agree. Quite honestly, I'm looking forward to the reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer, so we could probably jump onto the next Scream Queens thing and hopefully they'll stick the course. Because I was really enjoying what Ortega and her sister character was doing. Their last two films I thought were really fun. So,
did you see the series? I think it was on Prime. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, I think I did. It was all right.
Oh, then I don't think you watched it.
Oh, okay.
It was absolute garbage.
No, I'm sure it was brilliant, Chris.
Yeah. It was. I didn't even finish it. I was like, I think I watched one, maybe two episodes, and I was like, this is utter crap. Just.
What I'm thinking of is the horror series called Scream. The Scream, Scream.
Oh,
Scream?
Like on MTV or something like that.
On Netflix, yeah, that was actually good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never watched that, but
okay.
Okay.
World War Z is getting a series instead of a sequel.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
All right. I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Millie Bobby Brown reveals that the final season of Stranger Things has 9 months of filming left. So, again, we're not getting it this year. And it probably won't be early next year.
Can we stop down for a second just to once again reiterate? If you are a showrunner on a very popular show, do not wait until your previous season is done before you start working on the story for the final season.
It's not even that we had strikes. They hadn't started writing. They didn't know where it was going. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, we get that thing about, with them on the whiteboard.
Yeah, look, we've come up with ideas for us. I was like, are you joking?
Yeah, because season 4's already come out, so what are you doing?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, The Boys is not even done with season 3, and we see pictures of them getting ready to film season 4. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, not with 6 years in between each season. That is just,
it's crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
You got news?
I got no more news.
Okay.
No.
Animation on the new Super Mario Brothers movie will begin soon, with the team currently storyboarding and working on the set designs. Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic will return to direct. So
Okay.
if you enjoyed the one that they did, which I did,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hit all the right beats for the animation and kind of like what you know from Super Mario, then you're going to get more of that. So that's interesting. This is great news for you, Chris.
Okay.
Now You See Me 3 is expected to begin filming within the next 6 months.
Funny enough, my family were talking about that like 2 weeks ago because I had watched the first one again and like blown away about how good it is. And number 2, you know, with the card sequence inside the vault and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
I'm so glad that we're getting number 3.
I was hoping we were going to get more. Because it felt like they were just starting to break into the world. Like they'd set up this mystery of, you know, these magicians that basically change governments and stuff. You know, they're actually bringing about change, but using magic. It's so cool. Yeah. And it's just fun. Like, just fun.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I wonder if Lizzie Kaplan is going to return.
I really want them to return. That cast is amazing.
Well, but see, I was bummed when Isla Fisher wasn't in number 2. But I mean, Lizzie Kaplan did a great job, so it's not it's not any slight to her by any means. I
hope they do return their characters you've got to return what's his face. You can't not have him. The Hulk, Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, Mark Ruffalo. Yeah.
And Woody.
But see, that's the thing. Yeah, with all of these, I mean, they're core, right? Because it's not just what they can do, but it's their dynamic together.
It's because each of them are defined as their own characteristics, like what they do. Yeah.
And the antagonism between Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, and then Dave Franco, who's like dumb,
but not really.
But not really. No. He's just he's also happy-go-lucky. I think
he's also the best parkourist in the world. Jeez. Yeah.
Oh goodness, that makes me very, very happy.
The movie The Monkey Man, how high is that on your list to watch?
Oh, it's very high.
Very high. Did you hear that Dev Patel broke his hand, 2 toes, and tore his shoulder, and got an eye infection throughout the filmmaking of Monkey Man?
Good Lord, no.
Yeah.
Wow. I know that it got some really good marks from its premiere at South by Southwest this last week.
Standing ovation, and has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Well, and I saw yesterday first like comments coming out about Alex Garland's Civil War.
Yes, Civil War.
Like
wow,
they are like
really good.
The word masterpiece was used.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, and people were the commentary around it was like, the timing of this could be much better. You guys, why have you brought this out now? And then they watched it and they were like, holy crap, this is a piece of cinema.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and like I guess even Nick Offerman, who's playing, I think, the president of the United States, like they're like, Oscar campaigning begins now. Wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was already hyped to see this. Not because I hope it happens or that it's going to happen, but it probably will happen. It's just terrifying to live in this country, and much too soon. But it looked like phenomenal, also.
So there was this rumor about Nicolas Cage being returning as his character as
Spider-Man Noir.
No, not Spider-Man Noir. What's the character on fire?
Oh,
my brain.
Demon Rider, Demon Knight,
Ghost Rider. Thank you. You helped me get there. Ghost Rider. So he did the 2 films, and there was this rumor that he would be in an alternate universe in Deadpool 3. I'm not sure that's true. Or if he was, he's probably going to have been cut out now because he's really fired a shot at Disney. Yeah, he said, Nicolas Cage says, National Treasure 3 is not happening. If you want to find treasure, don't look at Disney. It's not there.
Wow. I mean, that is a...
Holy crap.
Especially after their series did not do well.
No. That series was shiitake mushrooms.
And, we know the
And
movies
finishing on terrible news. I don't know,
Okay.
whatever news.
Okay.
The Batman 2 has been delayed to October 2nd, 2026.
What? Why?
Because apparently the script is not nearly done.
Wow. Okay. That. Oh. Okay.
I was like,
That-
how old is Patterson going to be? Like, he's visibly going to have changed. It's quite
Yes.
a 5-6 years in
And
between.
that maybe they push that into the future that way too.
Yeah, I mean, okay. It's been Batman of the future now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
You wanna go to comments?
yeah, let's go to the dudes in the comments.
Let's see here. Let me scroll up to where we had left off. Fro, going back to Population 11, Fro really liked that.
Nice. They do.
Onions.
And beans. Eat them together, and it's like nuclear bomb.
Oh gosh. Okay. Have we seen the Masterminds movie? I don't know if I've seen that. I don't know if that.
No.
Well, there's a couple of them. There's one in 1997 with Patrick Stewart. There's one in 2015 with Zach Galifianakis. There's one in 2003, which probably
I've not
just straight to
seen any
video.
of them, so let's just go with no.
I haven't either. No.
No.
Okay. Seven Seas. Okay, going to Attack on Titan. And thank you for the reference of what we're talking about since we come back to these
Oh,
late.
yeah, that's
I-
helpful.
that
That's
is
really
very
helpful.
yeah. Way to go, Chris. Okay, yes. So you see, it really is good, and Mikasa is god level. Yes, she's just one of my favorite characters within that. So outstanding. Chris Retzlaff wants to know: do we think they do this so they can retain the IP, to do something, or lose
He's
it?
talking about the crow.
The Crow. Okay. It could be. That's what we've heard for the live action Disney justifications to retain some of the copyright. No. Stop. Just
Yucky.
I
Fro from Norway, who has changed his name, he said, "The Irish wish made me wish I did not have eyes or ears or internet to see it." I agree. I 100% agree.
Oh, that's good. Okay, similar action. Oh, so go. I think with the Crow, as well. Maybe when watching Lucifer. Or
When
was
did Lucifer
that
change?
did a lead actor change their appearance?
I mean, Lucifer was always Lucifer. In Lucifer. He didn't change. I would need more specifics on which actress. Probably an actress, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but that is jarring when they don't tell you as well, and they just expect you to. I've seen that in a few series. So like, is that the same character? You don't look anything alike. It is funny though in a series when they mention it, but in a comedic way. And you do like, have you changed something about you? I'm like, no. That's funny.
Oh. Seven Seas drama. K-drama romance is next level. It's okay to be not okay. Have I seen that one? I don't think I've seen that one. I have watched some K-drama.
Yeah, we
romance
watched
stuff.
loads.
Yeah, some of them I've been blown away, and then yeah.
And some of them have not been great.
No, and then but something that K-drama does really well is highlight and exploit bullying.
Always seems to be an undercurrent, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they do it well. I mean, it's engaging and horrifying and traumatic. Okay, Anatomy of a Fall. Son of Soils. I have not seen it, but I am probably going to be renting it this weekend because we watched the trailer. I didn't know anything about this. I mean, I had seen it on lists. Watched the trailer last night.
I think
Right
it won
up my
a
alley.
couple of Oscars. At least one.
I think it did, and this movie looks right up my alley. I mean, it's kind of crime, dark drama, and it's French, I believe, or it takes place in France at least.
No, I won't watch it then.
Okay. Niket wants to know, have we seen Good Time? I have not yet. It is on my list. Robert Pattinson and the Safdie brothers.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved and hated Uncut Gems. I mean, I loved it. I saw it in the theater. One of the best movies I'd seen that year. Absolutely, just loved it. But don't want to revisit it because of the tension and the stress on that. Have you seen Good Time, Ruben?
No,
Okay.
I don't think I will either.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Welcome to the Bunny Dojo, Rabbit Care, and Bun Fun. I must say the entire name because it's outstanding. Ruben, they agree. They liked the Scream series.
Yeah. I agree. It is absolutely more brutal than
Really?
the movies. Yeah. I was surprised. I was like, damn. This is dark.
That's shocking to me because, I mean, like, the first movie's pretty brutal.
Yeah, the opening with Drew Barrymore would be one of my favorite openings of all time for a horror. But yeah, this is surprisingly brutal, yeah.
Wow. And they're disappointed because that Neve Campbell is returning for this because it feels like it's going backwards. I agree.
Yeah. It does feel like that.
Tanvir wants to know, what's our opinion about Mindhunter and the story writing?
I mean, it's just crap, isn't it? One of the worst directors, one of the worst acting sequences.
Yeah, the performances are utter poo. It's not believable at all.
Yeah, don't bother. Those 2 seasons of TV. Ugh.
Some of the worst ever.
I don't like it at all.
Obviously, we're kidding.
Yeah. I don't know why Fincher did his last movie instead of a season 3
Absolutely.
of Mindhunter. Yeah.
I would have much preferred Mindhunter over The Killer.
Mm-hmm. Even though I enjoyed The Killer more the second time round. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The way that he captures these real life people, especially the criminals that are being interviewed, they are, I mean, they're terrifying.
Yeah.
Ruben, what would you think of a Spawn sequel?
I loved the comic books. I read a lot of them growing up. I loved the anime, which I thought was incredible. And I have a lot of time for the movie, although it's cheesy and it's crappy. I really like seeing him come to life. We fans of Spawn have been wanting a proper live action with good budget, great story writing for years and years. And every year we are teased with something and it never happens. So yes, but it's almost like wanting a Half-Life 3 game. We're never going to get it. Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen the movie Burn After Reading?
Yeah, not a fan.
No. It's one of the few Joel and Ethan Coen movies that I have not seen. I used to own it on DVD, but before I got a chance to watch it, I loaned it to somebody and then they took it. And so then I've never just
If you're watching, can we have that back, please?
Yeah, I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home? Okay. So Badger, the more context.
Cool.
Talking about Lindsay Lohan and the changing the appearance, I think, because the actress in Lucifer had cosmetic surgery on her lips and nose after a few of the seasons. It was never addressed as a plot point, but her ability to emote was affected and then was just strange.
Yeah. Okay.
I appreciate the actors and actresses who just age. You know what I mean? That they
aren't many in Hollywood that will just allow themselves to age, and yet some of them, when they do, it's like, you're stunning. Like, age is actually beautiful. You have to embrace it.
Well, think about this too. If everybody prevents themselves from appearing aging, we will never have any old looking, naturally
representation.
Old-looking.
Yeah.
It'll all have to be done by makeup, and
Yeah.
sometimes that's just not effective.
So everybody with like plastic faces is going to have to get prosthetic makeup to have wrinkles and stuff when they're acting that role, which is so redundant and oxymoron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
Okay. We'll finish up with what we're looking forward to. How's that sound?
Sure. And then we'll
Okay.
finish up with the last few
Comments? Yep.
comments. Yeah. Awesome. Poor Zed has just arrived.
Oh,
I think one of the things I'm looking forward to most this week is Roadhouse.
does it come out this week?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if I have that on
That'll be on
my-
Apple, not the cinema. Because,
Apple? Prime. Prime.
sorry, Prime. Yeah. Because the director really wanted it to be at the cinema. But, yeah.
And the people that saw it at South by Southwest were like, this really needs a cinematic.
Cinema release.
Yeah.
I probably would have gone. I actually think it would have done really well at the cinema.
Oh, I think so too. Because it sounds like the story is kind of just there, but the action and the acting is outstanding.
Yeah. So, have you seen Three Body Problem yet?
I have not watched it.
Okay.
It comes out this week. Have you
They
started
still-
watching it?
No, they won't give me the screeners. Remember, I sent you
Oh,
a picture.
that's
They
right.
say
Yeah,
they
you
don't
sent-
exist. Yeah.
Yeah, that lie that they were telling you that because I have screeners and they
Oh dear, I just snort laughed. Awesome.
Yeah, so Three Body Problem on Netflix. The trailer came out, and I did not watch it with sound. I've just decided that I want to go in, even though I've started reading the book, and I'm partway
Right.
through the book.
Yeah.
I don't want to know where the series is going.
I get it. Yeah, I mean that's probably the biggest title for Netflix, other than Shirley on Friday, which I think will be
I
quite
think
good.
that's going to be phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have the
and
screeners for
Regina King is the protagonist, and you got Lance Hendrick, so that's got to be Reddick. It's got to be one of his last performances, right?
that. Oh, he's in this? Oh, yes. And he wasn't in the in memoriam at the Oscars.
Wasn't he?
That I saw that. Yeah, he wasn't. Which,
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, that's just. Ghostbusters comes out this week.
What? Not in
Does
the
it?
UK.
Does it not come out this week? I'm seeing a screening this week.
Oh yeah, no, it's not this week.
No, are you sure?
It'll be no.
In theaters, March 22nd.
What? Oh, it is. You're right. It is this week. I'll shut up. Yeah, it comes out Friday. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Palm Royale on Apple. Kristen Wiig, like a period type of piece, but not period like in the 1800s, like in the 60s, late 50s, 60s type of thing.
Right.
It's got a big cast. I started watching it.
Any good?
I don't know how I feel yet.
Okay, cool. But
Yeah.
big cast, Apple. Normally, it's a good sign. Yeah.
Yes. The one that my screener that I was supposed to watch last night, that I wanted to watch last night and didn't get an opportunity to see last night, is coming to the cinema also this week. Late Night with the Devil.
Oh crap! Why didn't I talk about that's literally on my list?
You wanted
And
to talk?
it's-
I thought you were
It's
going to
number
talk about
one
that.
on my list. Can I
It's
talk about Late Night with the Devil, please?
Yes.
Son of a bitch! How has my brain missed that? It's literally I can see it number one on podcast on my list. And I just went, oh, let's talk about Invincible. Like I didn't talk about that yet, right?
No, you didn't. I was surprised. I thought you were going to because
Why
I wanted to be able to talk about it with you.
Why didn't you? Why? All right, look, we're under time. We're fine. I can talk about it. Do you want to go to comments first and then talk about it as a finishing special?
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do that. Well, let's finish up then the things that are coming out this week.
Okay. Cool.
There's Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney coming out. I bought my tickets already. I'm hoping that that's going to be good.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting that for ages.
Seriously?
Yeah.
There's
Looks great.
a there's a movie on Shudder called You'll Never Find Me. Don't know if it's going to be good or not. Could be utter crap. Sundance Now, if you have that, they typically do a lot of Aussie series, which is
What's Aussie?
from Australia.
Oh, Aussie. Okay.
Aussie. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know
no
what Aussie
Z
is.
in it, but it's okay.
No, it's Aussie.
They do a lot of Aussie series,
Right.
where
Yeah.
bats' heads are being bit off, and lots of dark, driving guitars and drums. Anyway, it's called The Long Shadow. It's season
Okay.
1.
What's this on?
Sundance Now. So if you have AMC Plus in the U.S., Sundance Now is part of that package, just like Shudder, IFC After Midnight at AMC Plus. So
Yeah.
I subscribe to that, and that's a great deal because of all those channels. So
Nice.
yeah,
That's a great deal. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay, so let me write down the time code.
Should we wrap up then?
And
I've got nothing else to talk about.
We'll go to chat, and then we'll hit up Late Night with the Devil.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, so Zed, welcome. Yes, late to the party. That's okay. We are so glad that you made it on.
But you're still going to get to hear a review, so you're right.
Absolutely. And you're going to hear the best one, and the one that I've been most looking forward to seeing and talking about. And Ruben is not going to share any kind of spoilers or plot details.
This is all spoilers, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to reach through the camera and just hurt him.
You've not seen it yet, Chris.
I have not seen it yet because, I guess it almost seems like the trailer link that they sent me, or not the trailer, the screener link that they sent me was also sent to other people, the exact same link, because it said it had been viewed its maximum times. And I'd never accessed it. So I was like, what's going on? Kevin wants to know if we're watching Shogun. Yes, I'm not current with it yet. I love it.
I'm not watching it.
You're not watching it? You decided not to, huh? You just
Not
gave
until
up.
not until it's
that's
finished.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. You just want to watch it all as a complete thing.
I just want to spend the day immersed. Yeah.
It is brilliant. I love it. Yeah. LJ, okay. Recommending Population 11. Sweet. I have got that on my
To watch list.
Yep. Bunny Dojo. Got you tickets for opening day Godzilla X Kong.
Nice.
I agree. The trailers, though, they need to stop with this.
They got like trailers, teaser trailers, clip trailers, featurettes. They just it's too much. We've seen the whole movie by the time you get to the film.
Yeah, we don't need that because it yeah. Okay. Niket wants to know if we've seen The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Of course. Yeah.
No.
What?
No.
Why?
I had zero interest to see it.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I know. I don't care. It did not look.
That's a very weird stance to have for that movie.
Do you remember at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 2, when Voldemort shoots Harry, and then Harry ends up in King's Cross Station with Dumbledore, and Voldemort is sitting there underneath the bench?
Yeah.
That's Benjamin Button.
Dude, Benjamin Button's really good. It's a great film. Your partner must have seen this film.
Mine? No.
Really?
No. Yeah, no.
Dude, I'm gonna make you watch that.
We've been together for over 30 years, so no, she didn't. Okay. LJ, thank you for the solidarity. Walked out of the movie at Benjamin Button because
No. You haven't seen it. You don't get to comment, Chris.
I do. It didn't look good. I didn't want to watch it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Badger wants to know how many subscriptions do we have?
We're going to be here too long for that, Badger.
No, you go ahead. It's fine because I need to think. You list yours because I gotta think of all mine.
I have Netflix. I have Disney. I have Prime Video. I have Now TV. How many is that?
4.
I have Paramount Plus. I have Crunchyroll. That's what I have.
Netflix, Prime, Hulu, Max, AMC Plus, Paramount Plus, Apple Plus, Screambox, And now that Paramount Plus owns Showtime, I don't do Showtime separately. I used to have Stars, but I canceled that one. Did I say Disney?
I don't think so.
Disney.
Shudder?
That's part of AMC Plus.
Right.
So I do have Shudder also.
Okay. Did you say Prime?
I did say Prime.
Okay. HBO? Is that a separate thing?
Well, I have Max.
Or Max? Yeah.
So I get the HBO shows within there. Peacock.
Wow.
Is that?
I'm sure there's more.
There might be. I don't know. I'm trying to think of. I have had like Acorn, BBC,
MGM, America BBC.
I did the trial for Epic MGM.
Oh yeah.
But MGM now is
Something else.
MGM is now Amazon.
No, Epic
Epic is Epic is MGM.
Is MGM, and MGM is now Amazon?
No, Prime owns a different one, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I Trapped the Devil from 2019. I've not seen that. Okay. Let's see here. Going back with LJ and about
So bad.
Benjamin Button's. Okay, my wife, the Benjamin Button's F. Scott Fitzgerald short story, which is classic. She'd watch it. Seems really sad. This is one that she is going to be able to watch by herself because I don't want to.
I'm going to choose that film as the film we have to watch this week.
No, it's not your week. You don't get to.
All right, next week.
Fine. Yes, we do have Paramount Plus with Showtime also. Badger, wow, just wow. Yeah. See, and this is the thing too, just so everybody understands, I mean, I pay for all these.
Yeah.
Like these aren't.
I was going to ask, don't you get most screeners from some of those that you don't have to watch?
I do have
Apple TV. You must have everything. So why have Apple?
Apple gives a screener site to watch things on, but I subscribe to Apple Plus because I want to watch other things on there.
Like what?
I don't know. I mean, not every single thing that they have is on their platform or in the screener section. You know,
Yeah.
And so I pay for all of these, which is probably a ridiculous amount of money each month. But it's worth it. I mean, just because we watch a lot of stuff, and not all of us watch the same things. Like my wife really, really likes a lot of the content on Hulu, on Paramount Plus. I rarely go to Hulu. I go to Paramount Plus hit and miss type of thing. You know, more Netflix, Prime, Shudder, things like that. So anyway, I mean, and then my poor wife has to watch some of the crap that I watch. So, and LJ does not have one streaming service. So that's,
Do you download legally?
No. I mostly we rent things, but okay. So
that was more of a question to LJ because he doesn't have one subscription.
Because he doesn't have any.
Yes,
Gotcha.
Stop outing yourself, Chris.
I know, right? We pay annually because we get a discount some of the times by doing that, which is great. It's not an actual month-to-month type of thing.
That makes sense.
And wait, no, I did not say you watch crap. We watch different things and you appreciate different things, which is great. But
I'm
we
a
also
pretty
like
good
the same things.
mediator. If you guys.
No, we like a lot of the same things too, and it's great when we both are like both not feeling something. It's like let's not watch this, which was like Manhunter. No, not Manhunter. Right. Manhunt on Apple. Just like 1.5 episodes done. Okay, Sherry is in complete agreement that you should make me watch. The
But then again, I
Case.
could make you watch other anime as well. Yeah.
So, internet and stream it legally. Yes, don't. Proper answer.
Legally.
Proper answer. Yes, and yes, we do. As we do. Oh, hey, third time seeing Dune. All
Nice.
right. Good. Have fun, Chris. Come back because you're going to hear about what Ruben believes or thinks for Late Night with the Devil. We're going to have that in just a second. But yeah. So, Badger, apparently there are apps to track subscriptions and cancel them for you when not needed. Yeah, I know, but because we review stuff, this
We
is
kind of go
it's a
through it.
necessary evil for
Yeah,
me.
I mean,
And
you can write it off for tax reasons as well, though, can't you?
I could, I don't.
Oh.
I just don't want to be audited by the IRS because they suck.
Oh, yeah, it's not as bad in the UK. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
I mean, literally everything in the world.
yeah, and this is like my vice. Okay, we don't go out partying. We don't hit up bars. I go to the movies, and we watch crap on TV.
Yeah.
And crap is an all-encompassing word. That is good and bad stuff. That's it's not actually a qualifier. It's just stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, that's what So this is an investment in our channel. We both, you and I, I'm speaking for you too. I mean, it's an investment in our channels, right? To be able to have this, to be able to bring breadth and depth of all kinds of content.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Ruben, just let us know if we need an intervention.
Yeah, well, I'll keep on top of it, guys. Sometimes it's a bit much, isn't it? Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, have you heard of this?" It's like, "Yeah, I've got it." Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Ruben, I am so curious to hear about this.
Okay.
Please tell
Late
us
Night with the Devil is set in 1977, 79, 77. No, let me get the year right. Yeah, 77.
Okay.
It's a broadcast television series like that of Jimmy Fallon or any Jimmy, Craig Ferguson. It's a late night TV series where hosts come on, you see the celebrities, they talk about what film they're promoting, they have guests. It's literally, and that's how the film is presented, except it's in 1977. You have an aspect ratio of like square
4:3 type thing.
Yeah, it's very cool. Like so it puts you in the time zone. Everybody's wearing the correct clothes for the time period. So anyway, we have a presenter, the host of the show, whose ratings he's been trying to beat. Like there's one guy he's been trying to beat. He wants to get his ratings. It's that time of the year where you have to get your ratings up high. It's called the sweepstakes or sweeps.
Sweeps week, yeah.
Yeah, you just don't get that here in the UK. But yeah,
Really?
so yeah, no, it doesn't happen. So sweeps week, and so he knows he needs to do something special to keep his show with like. He needs to do something big, and the more and more he tries to do something big, it just doesn't. He can never quite reach that number one spot. So it's Halloween, and he decides to do something spooky, and he has an interview with a young woman that he's been speaking back and forth to, who has adopted a young girl who has a very, very dark past. She was in some sort of cult, and she's like survived that, and she's been adopted by this psychiatrist who is working through her, she's like a paranormal psychologist, but is also adopted as a daughter. So they come on his show, and basically it's a crescendo. It's like a music piece that goes up and up and up and up and up. It's scary. It's like, it's terrifying, but not a lot is terrifying on screen. It's because of the anticipation of what's to come, and that's what makes this film really good. He also at the same time has a skeptic come on, one of the world's best magicians or something, is now turned skeptic, to rebuttal. Like, so they have this the back and forth on TV. It's like, well, I can prove what you just did. I can show you, and I can, and like he deals with hypnotism, that sort of stuff, and it's very interesting to see how you would rebuttal something supernatural. And so, like, at one point, I'm watching the film, going, "Oh yeah, I could totally this looks totally real," and then the other guy comes and brings his counterpoint, "Oh yeah, it totally could be fake," but at the same time, what this girl brings in a performance, I haven't been so creeped out since The Exorcist.
Whoa.
Like, yeah. So I want to put it into perspective. It's not terrifyingly scary. It's not like The Exorcist. It's not like some of these that just really, really creepy. It's because there's actually only a little bit of that in the film, but when you get it, you felt like you've earned it.
Is it like disturbing or just unsettling?
Oh, it's very unsettling.
Okay.
I mean, the whole film's very unsettling.
Okay.
It's definitely disturbing. And then there's parts in it sort of David Lynch, like it goes mental for a bit and then brings it round to a harsh reality sort of thing. There is a story in here that I wasn't expecting. I thought maybe they were just going to stick to this live thing, but there's a connectivity to the story, which is what I think makes the story actually brilliant. Like, at the end of the day, when I came away from this, I was like, that was scary, that was creepy, but this is excellent. Like, it's one of the most original, fresh horrors I've seen in a long time. Now, for veterans of horrors, I don't think you're going to come out going, oh, that was so scary. Even some of the special effects, they've made it to feel like the special effects that you would have back then. Think Poltergeist, some of the Ghostbusters, electricity, that sort of stuff. Like, so that's going to take you out of it a little bit, I think. But when the young actress is doing the bits, I don't know if you've seen the trailer. Have you seen the trailer, Chris?
Not with sound.
Okay, cool. When her troubled nature comes out, and they're talking to her, and they're asking her questions about her past. The performance she gives is very disturbing.
Ooh.
Let me just say that. Yeah, I like the way they play with the audience, and include you as an audience.
As an audience member,
because it's filmed like it is a live segment, live broadcast, it really feels more real. So that's why I think it's partly quite scary, because I've watched a lot of like Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy whatever, Craig Ferguson. We've all seen those late night shows, and the celebrities, and here we have like great British ones where people come on and sit on the couch, and it's funny.
Graham Norton is just
Graham Norton,
top tier, yeah,
brilliant, right? It has that feel, so I know this, so I feel very at home with the setting, which is why I think it works so well. So the performances are great. It's a really basic story. It's the same location, but it works. I loved this. I thought it was very good.
Well, and David Dastmalchian is spectacular. I mean, I like him in so many things that he does, because he morphs and he plays those troubled characters really well. And so this will be interesting. Is this, excuse me, I was under the impression that this was a horror comedy. Is there comedy in this or no?
I saw that. I don't know where the comedy is. Maybe because it's a late night show and there's like audience laughter, but it's not comedy. It's
okay. This is horror thriller type of.
Yeah, the tone and the presence of it, that like I said, the crescendo just keeps building. Yeah, I wouldn't class this as a comedy at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. No, that's fine. I wanted to make sure that I was going in with the right
mindset. I wouldn't find it. You might find something like the circumstance in which they find themselves in moments funny, but it's not a comedy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind, sometimes those moments are necessary to either accent more something that's scary, or to create that contrast or whatever. But I don't know where I saw or where I got that idea that it was a horror comedy. But good to know. Either way.
Yeah. When are you watching this? Email them, ask them for a fresh link.
I did last night. Trust me.
Okay.
So if I don't get it, then I'm going to buy my tickets and see it in the theater, because that's
I would have
what
loved
I
to have
was
seen this at
going
the theater. Yeah,
to do.
I think this will work at the theater, especially if it's full. because I think the audience will love this. Yeah, this was a fun watch. I also think for those that don't handle too scary films will enjoy this, because it has that medium bar. It's scary enough, but it's the story that builds the atmosphere that they create that makes this fun.
Okay.
That was hard not to do spoilers with. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, because you have whet my interest, and like I'm like really want to see it, and yet you have not told me anything about it that I couldn't discern from just a synopsis.
I also want you to lower
online.
your expectations in terms of horror, because I know you watch a lot of horror, and I wouldn't say it's like as scary as, say, Hereditary or The Exorcist, or stuff like that.
And that's okay. I mean, I love a good, like, the thing I love about Hereditary is that it is like it's a crescendo. It is a growing dread that happens, and it switches on you as it goes along. You know what I mean? And so it's not your traditional horror for so much of it. And then it is like, she does the dance, and that's all we need. Okay. Well, thank you for that. That's awesome. Let's go to, we'll go to the final comments and we'll wrap up. Sound good?
Yep, sounds great.
Okay. Chris Retzlaff probably has left by now, but well, not sponsored by Rocket Money, just going back to all of the things that I subscribe to and being able to, yeah. David Letterman.
I don't think David Letterman's on anymore.
He does Netflix things. Like specials,
but he doesn't do Late Night with Letterman anymore. Yeah,
no, he was in the early '90s, like he was top tier. I loved watching him, and I loved it when he would bring on guests for cooking, because when they cooked with alcohol, he would sit there and just get sloshed, because they'd say a splash here, and he would take it and then just go. It's. I love it. Oh my goodness. Shiny, said Benjamin Button. It's good. I'm wrong. Very wrong. Fair enough. You were entitled to your wrong opinion. I'm kidding, because it looks like I'm about to watch that in 2 weeks. So there you go. Yes. Talking about Craig Ferguson, we've seen Saving Grace. Bill Bailey. I love Bill Bailey. Or, as he's commonly known on Top Gear, Angelina Jolie. Have you seen Saving Grace?
I feel like I know the name.
It's from 2000. It's a movie with Brenda Blethyn. A small-town English widow facing financial troubles after her husband's suicide turns to agriculture of an illegal kind. Oh, it's probably about pot. That's awesome.
Not the one an angel offers a jaded Oklahoma City police detective the chance to redeem her life.
Is Craig Ferguson in that one?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to go with the one I said. Awesome. Okay, well, that's cool. And Bill Bailey is just brilliant.
Yeah, Bill Bailey's great.
Always good. Nobody tells me nothing. Really? Okay, so Bunny Dojo said Late Night with the Devil on Rotten Tomatoes is listed as horror comedy. Okay, so that is good to know.
Maybe I just don't find things like that funny. Maybe it is. I don't see it as one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Starship Troopers was advertised as a horror, and it's a comedy.
It is a satire. And
it's perfect
hilarious.
Satire. I love the satire. Would you like to know more? I'm doing my part. Are you doing yours? We're doing our parts. Squish.
Our oldest watched that for the first time this year, and they've watched it, I think they said 6 times so far. Something like that.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, oh my gosh. And it is fun, because you and I just rewatched that recently.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's cheesy and it's campy.
Oh, of course.
And it totally works. And
it works.
I love that Paul Verhoeven wrote it as a satire, and people still didn't understand that it was a satire.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So
took it so seriously.
Yeah. Cold Pursuit starring Liam Neeson. I have not, because his movies of late have been lackluster. Is this the one with the
It's not the one with the truck and the big log.
No, that one. No, this one I think was the one with the. Wait. No, but it is a grieving snowplow driver seeks
But
out
it is in the
revenge
snow.
against the drug dealers who killed his son.
He's just going from different vehicles.
Yeah, I don't.
I have seen this one, and it's actually not bad. It's not great,
okay.
but it's not bad. Yeah.
Okay, it's on
better
Netflix
than,
here in the U.S.
Yeah, it's better than the last batch he's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That really helps, gives the thumbs up on the videos, especially as we do them live, or if you're watching them on the replay too. Helps get it out there, just that whole YouTube algorithm type of thing. We do appreciate all your eyeballs watching us, interacting. Love hearing all the comments and the different things. We've got several things that have been added to my watch list, which is great. We have our Patreon at patreon.com/thebeardedones. £1 gets you in. You can access to all kinds of stuff. There's a couple that are outside the paywall, so you can, if you would like, just see what we get up to. And
for those that are still watching, if you can tell me the meaning of this in English, I will review a movie of your choice. Achaniaman. There you go. A little bonus.
do that once more.
Achaniaman.
Nope, they're not. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, Chris is still here, still listening. They've not watched The Bloody 100th on Apple. Because it's the true story of Masters of the Air, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've not watched it yet, but it looks good and like Apple stuff.
So that's
like 99%
the
of the
documentary,
time.
is it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for that, Chris. No, I have not watched it. We would put it on the list, though. Yeah, okay. You can listen on podcast also. If you want, wherever you happen to listen to podcasts, if you just search the best thing we watched, it will pop up. So thank you again. We really, really appreciate everybody watching, and we will catch you next week. But it will be in the U.S., 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, not 9 o'clock, because Ruben and I our times will then sync up again as they have been. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, long live no daylight savings time. We'll see you next week. Okay? Take care.
Bye, guys.